Hey there, everyone. This is Jeremy with East Coast EDH, and we're going to do a little bit more of a, I want to say serious, a little more professional video today. Not one I really wanted to do, but I've had some people, on YouTube getting comments on my Instagram as well, asking about like my most valuable cards. And this I almost kind of see as almost like a bragging video. But it could be like a good learning video, I guess, too. For people that really are getting into the game and haven't seen the other channels, I guess, that have done this. So I can use it kind of as an educational thing, too. So it's not just, value, money, but that is part of the game at this point now, too. So let's get into it. I did this in pretty much most value. Highest to lowest. I got the market low, what I paid for it. But yeah, this is a Gaia's Cradle. It is not in the best condition. There's definitely some sort of possible water damage on there. If you look at it in the light, you see a lot of dings, almost like a binder ding. You're gonna see right over here. Definitely sleeve playable. No major creases or rips. If you look at the back of the card, same. Borders are pretty clean. You only see a little white down here on the bottom. Just the surface just seems that there's a lot of grime over time. There's another right here in the center. You can see there's almost another fingernail dent from someone tapping the card or something. But yeah, this I paid $245 for. This was right around the beginning of the whole COVID deal. This is around March. The market price on this card right now for I would say near mint, not this, is $516. A low on it is $499. Yeah. So even this that I paid $245 for, probably get around $350 to almost $500. I mean, not $450 to like $500 for. Maybe $4. It depends on the buyer, how bad they want it. If someone's doing you a favor, probably under $4. I mean, this thing's pretty rough. So that's gonna be $100. If you're looking at the difference between the market and what I paid for it, if this was near mint, that'd be 110% increase, which is pretty wild. I'm gonna say this too. A lot of these cards are not in the best condition, but I got them for very good prices. So we're gonna move on. Dual lands revised. This Underground Sea is definitely well loved. This thing has been played. Yeah. No major dings or dents, but these borders, the white border, man, you can just see everywhere. There's just this black grime. And I've heard that you can get like a white eraser and maybe clean it off. I haven't really attempted it yet. Also, before this video, kind of like everything else nowadays, wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Your face is oily. Try and keep these cards as away from any more damage as possible. So look at the back of this one as well. Now this, as you did not see in the Gaia's Cradle, has definitely been unsleeved and played. The white markings everywhere. These corners are really banged up. This I paid $325 for. I believe the asking price was like $375, so I talked him down. The market price on this card right now is going to be $480 for near mint. Low is $443. So a little less, but right around the same as the Gaia's Cradle. I mean, this one's real rough. I could probably clean it up a little bit. And clean up the borders will actually do quite a bit for it. Still playable, still valuable. It's got to make sure you're not paying too much for something like this. Another dual land. This Volcanic Island. Now, this one's in nice condition. Borders are nice and crisp. A little bit of discoloration there. That's going to happen on white border cards, especially from 1994. But yeah, this thing's minty. No dings, no dents. But the back. Same thing. See on the bottom here? All that white, just from shuffling, sliding along, all along the table. All that. Market price on this, $437. Low price, $417. This I paid $385 for. This was relatively recent as well. April, right in the midst of when everything was just kind of no one still knows what's going on, but it was real bad. Tropical Island. This I ordered online through a magical card company on the internet, Near Mint. Unfortunately, when you're buying Near Mint online, they don't tell you what the centering is on the card. Beautiful. Very crisp, way off center to the left. Giant white border, as you can see on the right side, right here. But once again, clean, playable. They're not making any more, not yet anyway, someday maybe. Little bit of the white down here on the bottom, you see. Not nearly as much as, bring this volcanic island back in, just to kind of have a comparison. Right as it comes in, you can just see there's a huge difference. So this market price, $412, low price, $370. I paid $298 for it. That's about a 38% profit gain on this investment. Not that I plan on selling the cards, but who knows, life happens. And just kind of have a good idea of where your assets are. No matter what you're doing, cryptos, comic books, bubblegum, whatever you're into. Mox Diamond, infamous revised list card right here. Big in EDH. If you're following the channel, you know that's a format I play Commander, mainly. Here in the black borders too, you're going to see kind of like the backs of the revised cards. The white damage, the dings, and all that kind of shows up a little more on the corners. This card I paid $220 for. Look at the back. Not bad. Same thing. These around this era is when the card sleeves started coming in to play a bit more. So these cards should be in a little better shape than you're going to see the dual lands, revised Alpha Beta Unlimited cards in. I don't have any Alpha Beta Unlimited in this video. Someday, maybe. The next one. But yeah, this card right now is going for $362. Low of $369, which I didn't really understand off. I'm using TCG Player, by the way. I don't know if I said that yet. So the low is better than the market price. But 64% gain. Another dual land. Almost a full set in here. Bayou. This one's actually really nice. Really clean. White borders. And it's nice to get a little glare to see if there are any dings or dents in the card, because that really does affect the overall value. Same, you know, like I've been saying, a little white in the bottoms and the tops. I mean, these things have been around since 1994. I mean, more than 25 years. Most of them aren't going to be minty. This I paid $250 for. Market right now, $297, low $299. 19%, which is, in most investments, if you're getting more than 5 to 10, that's great. So, Tundra, clean, another clean, crisp, revised dual land. So, look at the back. A little here on the left, you see some scrapes, a little bit of scratches. Right here. Definitely not near mint, but better condition than most. This one's going to market $274, low price $249. I paid $200 for it. Like a 37% gain on that. Grim Monolith. This was one of the first big Magic purchases I made when I got back into the game 3 years ago. I originally started playing in 1994 when Revised was out. I could still get Legends pack, well, Italian Legends packs, the Dark. Yeah, it was a crazy time. Kind of wish, you know, hindsight's 2020. Yeah, this I got a real good deal on. I paid $44 for this card. Yeah, this is probably one of the cleanest ones you've seen yet in the video. And this is really a staple in, I want to say, top tier EDH or Commander. I mean, not so much CEDH, I don't think, maybe. But right now, this card is going for $218, a low of $180. So that's a 390% gain. I probably bought this, though, just to put it in perspective, say like 2.5, maybe 3 years ago. Things were much, much different then. A lot of these older sets from the late 90s into the early millennium have really gone up quite a bit. This I bought this year or late last year. Looks great. Very clean front. You're not going to see really any dings. Very smooth surfaces. This card I paid $110 for. It was damaged. Once we get to the back, you'll see this back corner. It's almost folded. The back part, not the front part of the card. So on a sleeve you can't tell, but it really does affect the price. Market price is $207, lows $181. So once again, if you were trying to go and sell these, I mean, it depends who you are trying to sell the cards to, how much they want them. You know, Savannah, right here, another dual land, one of the lower tier ones. Same thing with Taiga. These were the least wanted of all of them. I mean, they're useful, but this one's very clean, very smooth. No black marks on the white edge here. And almost on the back too. This one's close to say minty. Not near me. If you look at the bottom, the light little dings. I paid $155. Market's $185. Low of $184. 19%. Wheel of Fortune. Infamous Alpha Beta limited revised card. I would say almost more than the dual lands, just because it was really just one of a kind at the time. It was great. Back when I played back in the day, I had so many of these. This card I paid $45 for. This is once again 2 or 3 years ago, but if you really look at it, you see the back's got some dings, some scratches, some white marks. Really off center too on the back. You see the black here, and how much more black there is on this side. Front, can't really notice. Maybe a little off, a little more to the left and the right, a little more white over here. But yeah, this card, market 182, low of 189. 306% gain, about. Then Taiga, no Plateau. We already did Taiga. Another one, white red, not as desired as some of the other dual lands higher up in the list, but I think that has something to do with the cleanness of the cards. You know, a lot of these you get the back on this one's actually pretty rough. A lot of white down here, just some scuffing just from being rubbed across the mats and the tables. This card I paid $100 for. Market's $169, low of $138. So not a major gain on this one, but still revised dual lands. Gotta have them if you're into the old school vintage Magic cards. Now this is a newer card. First reprint of one of the better counter spells in the game, Mana Drain, from Legends, the original, of which I have none. I'd like to eventually upgrade and get an original, and funny story with this, I have 2 of these. Pulled them both from packs, and not from buying a booster box. So I had one, we were playing at our LGS, local game store, and I had one store credit and got some Iconic Masters packs. Opened them both up, and I got a Horizon Canopy, which at the time was just big news. It was before Modern Horizons, where they made the Canopy land cycle. So it was going for quite a bit of money. So I traded that in, got a few more packs, a couple singles. I pulled this out of one of the packs. Out of that one booster box, I got 2 of the best mythics you could get. I wish I had it on camera because no one will believe me, because that set was notorious for not delivering when you opened the packs. So, and you see that too, like I generally sleeve my cards up. There's even a little bit of dinging on this, and I sleeved this as soon as I got it. Like I said, wash your hands, because these cards do absorb anything that is or on your fingers. Time Spiral. This one I got a year and a half, 2 years ago. Front looks great. Oh, I didn't even go, you know what? I've got to back up. Getting ahead of myself. Mana Drain. Paid $8. Forgot to tell you what it's going for now. $129. Low of $119. I think when this set first came out, you could probably get them for 40 or 50 bucks. I said this is about a year or 2 ago. So that's gone up from 40 or 50 for the actual price to 129 to like $120. All right, back to the reserve list, which I didn't really touch on. Every card we've looked at on this list so far is on the reserve list except for Mana Drain. So I guess that doesn't really matter. There's going to be a couple more of those towards the end now that we're getting towards the lower values. But yeah, Time Spiral. Bought this a year or 2 ago, Urza Saga. Got it for $60. The front's very clean. We're going to go to the back. Some wear, it's almost damaged here at the bottom, but I mean, it's not bad. A little bit on the top there too. But if you're going to get this like near minty market price, now $113, low of $99. So even if I got a low price on it, say $90, if I was trying to sell this, it's a 30% gain on the money you put in to that one card. Mana Crypt. Wow. If you're playing Commander and you just really do want to start being competitive, this is like one of the cards you really do need to invest to. Luckily, it is not on the reserve list. They've been reprinting it quite a bit lately too. This was the first major purchase I made when I got back into Magic three or 4 years ago. Major purchase for me at the time was $55. And it just, everyone I played with had one. They would get so far ahead. Just felt like, you know what, you just need it to almost be competitive. And this I bought from my LGS, not online. Very clean. This has been sleeved since I had it, and probably since they had it. So when you get to these newer cards too, they should be in much better condition than a lot of the older cards. Vampiric Tutor, the last card we're gonna look at. I tried to keep the video everything like $100 and up. I just had like a good story that kind of goes along. Not good, but I enjoy the story. So a set came out, Amonkhet. You guys remember that one? A couple years ago. Pre-release, I opened one of the invocations, Scarab God or Locust or one of them. And just, you know, one of my friends was really that I play Magic, which really wanted him. He's like, all right, what do you want to do? What do you want to trade for him? At the time, the invocations were going for like over like $100. So I got a Vampiric Tutor and Exquisite Blood, another enchantment that had just been reprinted now in Jumpstart. That were going for big money. At the time, the value of this card for him, so it was a good deal, was about 30 or 40 bucks. Now it's going for about $95 to $82. 216% increase in value. And this isn't even on the reserve list. It can be reprinted. It has been reprinted, and it probably will be reprinted again. But yeah, so those are our top 16 cards in my set, you know, highest value. Like I said, I didn't want to go much more below 100, because then it's just like, how far are you going to go? So market value of the 16 cards we just looked at would be about $4,000. And I did mention a lot of these are in rougher shape. So if you're going to go to a low value, about $3,400. I invested about $2,500 into it. So I'm still looking at about, you know, a 30% gain on all the money that I put into the set. Not huge, but still, if you're looking to investing in stocks and over time, considering I've done this over 4 years, 30% is not bad. And there was 2 new cards that just came out in the Jumpstart set I was just talking about. I just want to touch upon briefly. We have Allosaurus Shepherd. Never been printed in another set. It's not a foil version. This card's going for $64. Not even legendary. I mean, I don't even know if it can be played in standard, to be honest with you. I'm not sure the Jumpstart cards are legal. Maybe they are. I'd have to look into that. Maybe that's something I should do before making videos. Then Tiny Bones Trinket Thief. These are both mythic rare cards from the Jumpstart set. This guy's going for about 46 bucks. So these 2 cards right here, if I wanted to sell them, would have paid for my Jumpstart box, which actually you can't even get now because if there's manufacturing issues or whatever or whatnot. So depending, I mean, what you do, how you play Magic, how you're into it, because I do like keeping track of the value. It's good to know what you have and what it's worth. I'm not really into it to be selling cards per se. If I get duplicates of things I don't need, yeah, sure, I'll use those, trade them in, sell them online to purchase new product later on in the future. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. Always questions, comments, concerns, criticisms, welcome in the comment section. So hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Until next time, this is Jeremy with East Coast EDH, signing off.